Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have my June monthly highlights to share with you today in my Printpression B6. This is my first monthly highlights in this planner, so it was definitely a lot of playing around and experimenting, and I do love the way that it turned out. So I didn't have a kit to use in this monthly, and I probably won't be using any monthly kits going forward just because I don't know any shops that are doing Printpression sized or B6 sized monthlies, or maybe I just haven't been looking. Plus, I kind of like using leftover stickers to create a spread. So the first thing that I'm doing here is kind of decorating this monthly section, and I lettered June with my Tombow lettering pen. And to make it symmetrical, I did the same thing, this cascading flag effect with some washi. This is like from a really old kit from Scribble Prints Co. I have a station stickers kit, also really old, and the florals kind of match together. And then, of course, pulling in some Simply Gilded washi. I then proceeded to write down the days of the week, and the nice thing about having a completely undated planner is that I can choose which day it starts on. So in my previous planner, it started on Sunday, but my weeks I plan starting from Monday, so that's really nice. And then I'm using these date squares from Scribble Prints Co. to fill in the dates. One challenge that I had with this is, or not really a challenge, but something different, was that this planner, this size, is much smaller than I'm used to, so I had to be extra cognizant of the size of the stickers that I used, as well as the amount of washi and the text that I write in each box. I apologize in advance because I was so focused on working on this spread that I didn't realize that some of it was out of frame. So noted for next time, I will zoom out a bit so that I can stay within the frame while I'm decorating my monthly. So I marked out the first 2 weeks of June with this Simply Gilded washi because I really saw those 2 weeks as completely dedicated to the Black Lives Matter movement. I see it as a boot camp, and basically all of my free time that wasn't spent at work, or basically any time that I wasn't at work, I was dedicating myself to listening to Black voices, curating resources, and sharing as well. And I want to make it clear that that's not to say that my work has ended after those 2 weeks, but like I said, it was a boot camp, and now I'm equipped with all of these resources that I can take forward and participate in a more sustainable fashion. So on the first, I used a heart from Clever Gal Crafts to mark Black Lives Matter. The second was dedicated to amplifying Black voices on social media. On Wednesday, I took it upon myself to share my favorite Black shops and people that I follow. And then on Thursday, something really cool happened. I had gone to the library after work. It's a virtual library, and I meant to check out some books by Audre Lorde. When I went into my account, I saw that Sister Outsider had already been put on hold onto my account, which I think I actually said this story already in one of my previous videos, so I won't go into it again, but that was a happy coincidence. On Friday, I wrote some letters for Breonna Taylor's birthday and sent them out to the mayor and district attorney of Georgia, I believe. And then on Saturday, there was a SpaceX launch, which was really cool, so I put that as the highlight. On Sunday, I took it easy. This was around the time that I had an injury to my eye, so I basically slept that entire weekend besides when I ate, because was it that weekend or the weekend after? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was that weekend because it hurt to blink. So moving on to the next week, on Monday, I made an order with this company called Pure Home, which is a Black-owned company, and they make cleaning products, and I was super excited about it, although I still haven't gotten my order yet, and it's been over 2 months. So anyway, on Tuesday, I listened to the Code Switch podcast. They had a really good episode on Asian American solidarity with African Americans. And then on Wednesday, I purchased from We the People, which is another Black-owned business, and they make these gorgeous, gorgeous safety razors. I will have those shops linked in the description bar because you guys have to check them out. The razor, I've never had such a smooth shave in my life, and I am in love. So yes, definitely recommend. On the 11th, I read Felix Ever After in one fell swoop. Such a good book. Again, mentioned it in a previous video, so I won't go into it again. On Friday, I started Sister Outsider, and holy moly, Audre Lorde is so wise and insightful and powerful. Highly recommend her book. On the 13th, I went with my brother and my parents down to Santa Cruz to help my brother move out, and we stopped by a brewery called Humble Sea, which I was really excited about because they make really cool beers. And then on the 14th, we had family time, and I popped open one of those beers. We all tried some, and it was really fun. On the 16th, I put down a sports bra because I went out on a run, and running has been really revelatory for me this year. On the 17th, this was the day that I read the Erin Condren article. You all know what I'm talking about. And I was outraged, and I posted my thoughts on social media. I just wanted to let everybody know that I was no longer supporting the company and why. And my post actually made its way around social media, around the community. I think I got maybe 50 reposts, which I was not expecting. That was when I really felt, wow, my voice has power. There's power in speaking up. On the 18th, I continued reading Sister Outsider. On the 19th, really just was excited for Friday because the first couple weeks of June were really intense for work. It was really intense for me personally and really intense for America and the world. So it was just a couple of hard weeks, and I think right around that time, the last week of July, was when I knew that work was going to be slowing down a little bit. So on Friday, I felt like I could really exhale, and I just remember going out in the backyard and having a really good training session, taking a selfie, actually multiple selfies, and posting it on social media, on Instagram, and it just felt like a good Friday. On the 20th, we once again witnessed my terrible drawing skills. I need to practice my treble clefs, so I whited it out and covered it up. I spent that afternoon listening to John Legend's new album Bigger Love and choosing all of my favorite songs. That album is so good, by the way. On the 21st, I put down some deco because I thought I didn't have a highlight down. It was actually Father's Day that day, so I ended up putting a family time sticker back there later. On the 22nd, I put down that I went to the doctor to get my heart checked out, and it was a highlight because I felt like I was finally taking ownership of my health instead of just wondering what was wrong and kind of experimenting with different things that I thought could be going wrong, although we still didn't get an answer on why, what was wrong with my heart, but it was really the action that was the highlight. So same thing with the 23rd. I did get some blood work done that day. By the way, if you have any questions about where any of the stickers are from, please leave it in the comments down below and I'll let you know. On the 24th, I actually accidentally put down the highlight for the 25th on the 24th, so you'll see me move that over. But basically, my car got some new hardware installed, so we wanted to go test it out. And then, moving that over, I didn't really have a highlight down for the 24th. On the days that I don't have highlights down, I tend to put down some deco or some washi tape. On the 26th, I went on a sticker shopping spree. A bunch of shops were having sales and new releases since it was Friday, so I took advantage of that. And then here's where I realized that I forgot to mark Father's Day, so I go back up to the 21st and put down a family sticker from Happy Daya. So cute. On the 27th, I went back down to Santa Cruz to finish helping my brother move out of his apartment. On the 28th, I had the perfect long run. The weather was not too hot, my hydration was on point. My shoe choice was good. I didn't have pain in my feet or my legs. The music was really good. Just everything about that run was so good. So I definitely had to mark that down. On the 29th, I started the Chloe Ting 2-week ab workout. So I used some Crunch Time Munchkins, or a Crunch Time Munchkin, to mark that. And then on the 30th, I felt like the universe was reminding me I was right where I was supposed to be, so I put down True North for that. If you aren't familiar with the term True North, I highly recommend looking it up. It's a pretty cool concept that I actually first heard about in a business class during undergrad, believe it or not. And it's always stuck out to me. So that's the end of each daily highlight. I'm going to decorate the days that aren't in the month now, and I'm using some leftover washi for my kit, as well as some Simply Gilded washi. And if you've seen my previous monthlies, you'll know that I like to jot down a sentiment that carried me throughout the month. So this month I chose the one that I actually set in the beginning of the year by Audre Lorde, and it is I am deliberate and afraid of nothing. And I thought the middle of the year, June, was a perfect time to revisit it, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement gaining momentum during this month. So you'll see me writing that down in a second. The proportion of this Print Prussian monthly is a little funky because it does have an extra week down at the bottom to account for the 31st. So it's a bit top heavy, but I think it's okay. I still like the way that it turned out. So that's about it for my first monthly in my Print Prussian B6. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.